everybody, it is Steve, your friendly neighborhood lawn gnome. Welcome back to another video over here on That's Comical. And if you're watching and it happens to be a Wednesday, happy new comic book day. So before I begin my review today, I just want to say that this is just going to be my own personal opinions about this specific Netflix show. I am definitely not someone who is the know-all, be-all about this specific comic book franchise, and I definitely am someone that cannot dive as deep into these stories as much as some of my colleagues over here on That's Comical. So I am hoping that when things get a little less hectic for everybody, people like Cammie and Andy and Shay and April will really go a little bit deeper and further into the mythos of the Sandman. Today I'm only going to be talking about the Netflix show, which was definitely the sleeper of the year. See what I did there? And this stars Tom Sturridge and Boyd Holbrook. This, of course, is based on the Neil Gaiman version of the Sandman and the comics that were written over at DC Vertigo way back in the late 80s, early 90s. And this show, I have to say, may be one of the most beautiful shows that I have ever seen in my life. There was a budget on this show that was definitely used to its full advantage. There are definitely some interesting and unusual things in this show that will definitely keep you up at night. The story revolves around Morpheus, aka Dream, the King of Dreams, and it starts off based directly from the comics about how one day he is trying to capture a nightmare, and an alchemist captures him and keeps him as his prisoner and feeds off of his magic. And when he is finally broken free, he discovers that the world has turned into a very sad and scary place, meaning the real world and his own world, and he has to now go on a mission to bring things back to the way they were. And through this, we see very interesting creatures, very interesting personalities, and very interesting, thought-provoking ideas that are just gonna make you think, make you wonder, make you question, and more importantly, just make you say, the minute each episode is over, God damn, what did I just watch? There's not really much that has been said about the Sandman, except for the people who have definitely seen it and definitely enjoyed it, but it's so interesting to say that there is a lot of questions regarding this show because Netflix has no idea if they're going to renew this show for a second season. And the reason why is because nobody binged it. They basically found out that a lot of people did watch it, but they really let every single episode stew, myself included. There were only 11 episodes, 10 episodes that were connected, and one special of 2 short stories. And I just really wanted to let each and every single episode sink in, because even though they were all connected, there was an amazing theme throughout each and every episode. I would definitely say that some of the highlights were the episode when Morpheus has a long conversation with Death. And I believe that was the very same episode where he actually was meeting a specific person who was granted immortality, and he met him every 100 years. And it was just amazing to see the time periods change. There's also a really great special with 2 short stories, and one of them is animated about cats with so many well-known celebrities in there. But also there were some big surprises in regards to some of the cast members here, like Patton Oswalt, Gwendolyn Christie, and even Harry Potter's David Thewlis. But there were definitely some scenes that were very discomforting. I mean, the fact that they really didn't hold back, especially in the episode where David Thewlis' character goes to a diner. That was definitely a sick and twisted episode, and it just left an interesting feeling in me. Like, I didn't have nightmares or anything, but I definitely remember watching a lot of those episodes just feeling a little uncomfortable, but still feeling really blown away and taken aback by the brilliance of the show. I mean, I knew it was going to be a great show, even though I never read the Sandman comics, only because of the fact that Neil Gaiman was closely tied to this, and just like Good Omens, I knew that it was going to be something that oozed Neil Gaiman's brilliance and made you just crave more. That's what the Sandman left me with. And it didn't make me want to read the comics, though. I will definitely say that, but it definitely made me want to have a second season. I really, really want a second season of this show, just because of the fact that there's so much more source material that they can use, and I'm really hoping that Netflix wises up, because the last time they made a show that was this thought-provoking and that brilliant, they canceled it after one season, and that was The Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. What a show that was. The Sandman is a true stroke of genius. It's brilliant. It is gorgeous. I cannot recommend The Sandman enough. I mean, I really hope that this series comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, because I would love to own a copy of that series just because of how beautiful it is. And I really hope that we get our wish and we get more of The Sandman. That's all that I'm going to say. So thank you very much, everybody. Those are my thoughts on The Sandman. Please leave your comments in the box below. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. And I'll see you in the next one.